Okay, we're looking at some punch list striping and some signage repair out at Pavilion Center. Okay, this is for Chris. This is also for Dan. Dan, you might need to make a phone call to Matt Barker tomorrow. But what they're wanting us to do is, we just got done grinding the asphalt where these ADA stalls were at in order to get the 2%. So one of the things we need to do is number one, we need to take black paint. Okay. Number two, we need to change the dimensions on the ADA stalls. More importantly, the ADA access. Right now we got them at 5 foot wide and they need to be 8 foot wide. So it'll be 8 foot ADA, 8 foot crosshatch, 8 foot ADA. We're gonna do this in area 1 and we're gonna do this in area 2. Area 1 has the Desert Sun. Area 2 has, I think, the Salon. Okay, so in the punch list that Dan and I got, if you scroll down quite a ways, you'll see, like there's our existing crosshatch that we did. We did it at 5 foot wide. Well, we need to change it. The other thing we got to do is, you'll see these signs are not plumb. You can see one post behind the other because both of these signposts are not plumb. So we need to take probably some washers or something to try to straighten these signposts out, but we got to try to get them plumb. Okay, that's one thing. Look at all 4 ADA signposts and try to make sure that they are plumb. Okay. All right. Now let's look at the cross hatching here on their drawing. So when you go in the scope differences, we get to area number 1. This is the area by Desert Sun. Okay, currently we have the crosshatch at 5 foot, but we need to change it to 8 foot. Okay, they didn't really say to go this way 8 feet, to go that way on the difference. It makes sense to me to center it and do 8 foot. Now, in these notes, they say that they want the ADA to be 8 foot. They want this to be 8 foot and this to be 8 foot. Well, if you center this, you're going to have to change the stalls going in both directions for at least 5 stalls. So what they're saying here is to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stalls and make those 8 foot 6 in order to accommodate the 8 foot access aisle here. Okay, so 5 stalls here. You need to black out and make them 8 foot 6. Then after that 5th stall, all the rest of those that go towards the little curb island that's in the middle, those just stay at their current size, which I think is like 8 feet or something like that. I can't remember. Okay, here's the other thing. Because we're putting 1.5 feet this direction and 1.5 feet that direction in order to get 8 feet, we're centering it on that ADA ramp, on that landing. So that means we're gonna have to do the same thing going this direction. We're gonna have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stalls, and we'll have to make those 8 foot 6, and then the rest of them can be the way they are. So you're gonna need black paint to do that, and that's for area 1. Okay, now we're looking at area 2, where you've got BECU and then you've got the Salon. Same exact situation here. We need to change this from a 5 foot wide to an 8 foot wide crosshatch. We need an 8 foot stall for ADA and an 8 foot stall for ADA. They're saying to do these 5 stalls, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change those to 8 foot 6 so that we can accommodate that 8 foot wide crosshatch we had to put in. Well, if we do that, we got to go that way too. So go 5 stalls that direction. As you start heading down towards the dental clinic, I think it's down that way. Anyways, go 5 stalls that direction at 8 foot 6, and then the rest of them can stay the way they are. All right. That should be all we need to do. Now, Dan, I think what would be ultra important is to make a phone call to Nick maybe tomorrow morning, or Lisa, but maybe more importantly, call Matt Barker. Dan, I'm gonna send an email. I'm gonna try to send it to Matt Barker, and I'm gonna try to attach you to it and hopefully I can get those guys to talk to you. I'm trying to look for Matt's phone number, but I can't find it at the moment. And I left his business card on my desk. I mean, if you go into my office, you can see sitting to the right side of where my laptop sits, you'll see some business cards laying on the counter or laying on the desk, and I've got Matt Barker's business card there. Feel free to grab it and give Matt a call and explain to him that, you know, the engineer, Stacy, just showed changing the parking stalls only in one direction from the ADA area, but we have to change in both directions, at least 5 stalls one way, 5 stalls the other direction, okay? And that's pretty much it. So we need to make sure those handicap signs are plumb, and we need to black out and restripe all that stall striping per my instructions there just a little bit ago.